Sagittarius, welcome to your reading today. Sag, let's tap into your current situation. Let's see what's going on with you. If this is your reading, what's taking place in your life. We have a change in the wind. Okay, so you could be going through some change. Left a card over here. That always means something. What do we have here? Building blocks and yin. Okay, so you could have been building something, building some solid foundations, or you're changing the way that you're doing something here. Your intuition could be telling you, or there's a big change coming that's going to build solid foundations. We're gonna find out. Where's the emphasis here for Sag? Taurus. Okay, so this energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It's rich, earthly, productive, but relaxed and slow. Could have been something you've been working a long time on. It's been a long time coming. Oh, we're gonna find out. Let's talk about you, Sag. Let's get into your reading. All right, Saggy, let's see what your current situation is. Let's see what's going on, where you stand, what's happening here. Wow, we got the Page of Swords is in reverse. I did not pick up my deck upside down. I always worry that I do, and the first card comes in reverse. What is Sag not seeing? What's being hidden from Sag with regard to this situation? The Knight of Pentacles. Interesting, very Taurian energy there. What's the advice, actions to take? Spirit guides, what do you guys want to say to Sag to help with this change or this transition, or change whatever. Chariot, Cancerian energy. Okay, we have 2 court cards, we have 3 court cards. So a lot of air here, Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, Cancerian energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Let's talk about ya. What's going on, Sag? Page of Swords in reverse. What's happening? What is this Page of Swords in reverse? What's Sag dealing with? What's going on? What's their situation? You're stuck. On 2 Wands is in reverse. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. 2 Wands in reverse with the Hangman. Something didn't go to plan here. The 4 of Swords in reverse, trying to figure out how to make something happen. King of Pentacles. Who's that? You had a fight with this person, a struggle with this person. You're very guarded and defended with this person. So you had an argument or a conflict with someone here. This King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You're mad. I do feel you're mad or upset. What is Sag? First of all, who's the King of Pentacles? You're giving it a lot of attention. It's a friend. Could be a lover, 5 of Pentacles. Could be a co-worker or a career as well. You can't understand what this person's done. The Page of Swords in reverse can be a gossip, a liar, a stealer. It could be someone not being honest with you. It could be a message you don't like. You could be learning something out about this person. So your current situation is you had an argument with someone here, or you're learning something out about this person. You don't like it. Some of you, it could be career, and you're not liking where you are financially, right? You go in there, you'd be like, I've been here 5 years. You said you're going to give me a raise every year. I haven't got one. Where's my raise? They say you're not getting a raise. So there is an element of a disagreement or a conflict with this person. You don't like what you saw. You don't like the side of them you saw. You don't like how they treated you, how they spoke to you. And you're not happy, but you're giving this a thought. You're thinking, like, you're giving it a lot of attention. The Hermit, you're giving it a lot of attention. Because you don't understand, it's like just complete lack of disrespect. What's the Knight of Swords? 7 of Pentacles, because you were invested in this, right? It's like, I worked for this company for 20 years. I brought you your biggest client. You know who I'm seeing in my head? Oh, you know who I'm seeing? Remember, those of you that remember the game with Tia Mowry, and remember Natasha? And she was like a agent, and the agency like completely screwed her over, and she had to start her own, agency to be like a rep for the football players or whatever. But she didn't like the way that they treated her. They completely disrespected her, walked all over her, spoke down to her, so she did her own thing. I like Tasha. She was one of my favorite TV characters. So there's just this element where, if this is your reading, utmost disrespect here from this person, and you don't like it. Okay. That's how you'll know if this is your reading, Sag. Let me know how that applies to you, what's going on, who this mofo is, and what they said. So the Knight of Pentacles is what you're not seeing, or what's being hidden from you with regards to this. What's that mean? What's Sagittarius not seeing? What's being hidden? Oh. The universe was showing you this side of this person. So you have to walk away from this in order to create a change in your life. So yeah, this person might have been a dick, a moron, a mofo. But there was a soul contract here in order to get, so it's like, let's say this is a relationship, this was your partner, you've been with them for 2 years. They're not your soulmate, they're not the person you're going to grow old with. You had to be able to let go of that relationship in order to find the right person. The longer we spend on the wrong, the longer it'll take for the right to come through. Or if this is business, career, you're not supposed to be at that company anymore. It's holding you back. You're not going to be living up to your fullest potential. So there's an element where that wasn't where you're meant to be, Sagittarius, and the universe is kind of nudging you, pushing you in a better direction, a direction that will actually make you fully satisfied and happy. So there might have been something already that wasn't quite right, wasn't quite missing, a little bit of a void, or, you know, a little bit of bis energy there. But what you don't see is you had to walk away from this in order to bring in your true abundance and happiness. And then I saw the Five of Wands. So that doesn't always make it easy, though. And there's a Seven of Cups. And there's an element, you could be overwhelmed, you could be frustrated, you could be confused. But the Seven of Cups is also the energy of making the best choice for yourself despite that. But it's also a reminder that you're not always going to know everything, right? Hindsight's 20/20. You might learn it in the future, but when we're in the midst, when we're in the change, when we're in the chaos, when we're in the storm, we don't always see everything or know everything. We just got to trust that we're, you know, what's happening is happening for our highest good, which can be very challenging, but that's what you're not seeing. You weren't supposed to be there anymore, Sag. The universe is moving you into a new direction. Now, the actions to take, the advice, or what your message from Spirit Guides is the Chariot. That's letting you know the Chariot. Let me see if they clarify it. Yeah, it is. That it's letting you know the Chariot is the card of success. It is the card of overcoming barriers to create success. And so it's letting you know that walking away from this is going to bring you happiness, Sag. And there's the Ace of Cups. You're going to be a lot happier where you're heading than where you were. So I know that this person really disrespected you, or you felt really degraded. Some of you I'm hearing, maybe they just, I don't know. I know it's something that you were invested in. Your loyalty is showing. Your loyalty is showing, Sag. But here, you're showing loyalty to yourself now. And there's your fresh start and your new beginning. So you're going to invest in the new beginning. But there it is, like, you're not happy about it. So there's a little bit of salty energy, right? A little bit of irritable energy. It's like, yeah, look at me. Yeah, but no buts about it. No buts about it, Saggy. Because when we look at the Seven of Swords, right, he's got this little sly fox. There's that King of Pentacles. There's the mofo. But the sly fox only has 2 swords. This dude has got 5. So I know he's pissed, and I know he's mad at what the fox took. But if he just looks forward with his 5 swords, he has so much more to look forward to than what was left behind, right? This is like my Don't Look Back in Anger by Oasis. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Don't look back in anger. Look back with appreciation and know that what this person did was of value to you. They showed you their true colors. They showed you exactly who they are and what you were dealing with. Now you know, right? If you don't know, now you know. Oh, is that Biggie? Who is that? I'm not quite sure, but you didn't know, and now you know, and they want you to know that you're heading somewhere with solid foundations. So you are heading in a better direction, Sag, and a direction that will grow, blossom, and give you the results that you're looking for. You wouldn't have got them there. Sorry to say that. That's what I got today, and that's what Spirit wants to pass along to Sag Jays. So Sag, let's grab some oracles, see what they want to say, and we'll jump back into the tarot. Now for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome in. My name is Robin. So glad you could join me. And for those of you that are returning, thank you so much for your continued support, Sag. And as always, I do ask that you guys like, comment, hype, subscribe. It does help the engagement, helps my channel, helps me stay here. So thank you. I sincerely appreciate your continued support, my Sagittarius. Now let's see what you need to surrender to release this experience and live in bliss. What does Sag need to surrender to here? To let go of whatever this person said or whatever happened. I gotta cut the deck. What does Sagittarius need to surrender to thank you. Miracles! That's what's up! Those people who believe in miracles are the people who get miracles. Alright, surrender to miracles. So some of you are really connected to the dolphins. I don't know, that's really strange, maybe you are, but anyway. So be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real, and let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. I've had a miracle happen. I know I've told you. Have I ever shared the story with the Saggies? I can't remember, but when Wally was a puppy, Wally's my golden doodle, my dog. I have a couple of them, but when they were babies, I would walk them individually because when you're training them, that's what you have to do. Me and Wally got attacked by a pit bull, and it was like 7 in the morning. It was the most insane thing. This dog just like jumped out of the owner. He wasn't like an irresponsible dog owner. I'm going to tell you that right now. The dog jumped out the window of their house at like 7 in the morning and came right at us. And the only reason Wally was survived was because there was an angel, an archangel. I'm not sure which one I'm going to say. It might have been Michael, but this dude was like 7 feet tall. Like I call him Shaquille O'Neal. He was so big. And I was trying to rip this dog off Wally, and we're paying tag, and he's pulling Wally, and he's scratching me, and I'm screaming for help. And this guy, like this giant, just came in and ripped this dog off. He took Wally, puts Wally on the top of this big truck that was on the road, and he started yelling at that guy. I don't know. He finally, 20 minutes later, got the dog out, and the guy was gone. Like, he was gone. I don't know where he came from. I don't know where he went, but he saved Wally. That was my miracle, because I believe in miracles, and he saved my dog. Wally wouldn't have survived that. Like, the dog had Wally, you know, by the neck. Like, he wouldn't have survived if that guy had not come. So, believe in miracles, Sag, and miracles will happen to you. What's the spirit animal message? Rabbit. Cleverness. So if you've been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it might be time to pick them up again. That is definitely the Aries, the Neptune, Saturn and Neptune are conjunct in Aries, and it's going to really bring out the creative aspect of you. Sagittarius, you're going to have ideas, you're going to have visions, you're going to really be tapping into that energy. You'll really be feeling that. What's the Akashic record here for Sag? What is the Akashic record for Sag J? All right, what do we have, Sagittarius? We have reassess. You're being asked to take stock of your life and let go of anything or anyone that no longer makes you happy. Notice who, and this person no longer makes you happy. That much is very clear. So notice who and what brings you joy and who and what doesn't. It is time for some life cleanup. This mofo's overstayed their welcome, Sag. Right track. Life is like a train, and it's important to find the right track. So don't blindly follow the wind, and take a moment to think about what you really want. Once you're on the right track, you will find a way forward, getting smoother and smoother. All right. Well, we're going to do a potential outcome. So let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's get your potential outcome. Now, when I say potential, there's always free will. You're going to make the decisions you're going to make. And when I say outcome, let's see where you are in 30 days. Today's mid-February 2026. I think it's the 16th, 17th, maybe the 18th. We'll go to March 2026. But this is a timeless reading. So this is going to be 30 days from whenever you're seeing your reading. We have the Chariot. Okay. Ah, yeah. We have the Hangman in reverse. Damn straight. Okay. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. That's what's up. So I know this might have been hard, Sag, but I really feel like this was meant to push you in a better direction. I really feel there's a sense of loyalty there. The High Priestess. Yeah. One more. One more. Where's Sag? One more. Well, we got more than one more, Sagittarius. We have the Two of Wands. What's this? The Emperor. The Death. Whoa, yeah. Sound like Santa. Okay. You realize here, I'm not, you were sacrificing or settling in some form, some manner. You're moving forward actually quite happy. Realizing, looking back on that, being like, oh my gosh, that was holding me back here, or that was settling there. It really wasn't, there's that element where you're realizing there was something that you were sacrificing. You don't need to make that sacrifice anymore. If this was a career, you're showing loyalty to it. You're doing better finance-wise, right? This is a relationship. You're doing better relationship-wise. What is the Ten of Pentacles? How does that Ten of Pentacles apply to Sag? What's Tower? Damn. Oh, holy shit. Okay. Okay, so if this was love, like you're literally in a new relationship, that didn't take you time to find another partner here, Sag. If this is career, you're in a new job, things move quite quick. This change moves quickly. So there's not going to be a whole holding on to this. There's not going to be this like purgatory or stagnant energy through this change or this shift or this transition, whoever that person was to you. If it was a friend and you're just letting go of a friend, you just met new friends right away, or you just already had other friend circles. So there's this element where for you, you're not talking to this person, okay? There's no contact here. The High Priestess and the Hermit is here. There they are. I think it was about time that this change has happened with this person. I do feel there was a sense of loyalty here or settling, Sagittarius, for whatever reason. Everyone does them for different reasons, but And a month from now, you're actually really happy. The Two of Wands is here, and the Page of Wands. You're actually really excited about where you're heading. You're like seeing. It's like once you're no longer under their thumb. It's like now you see what you were missing out on, or what you were sacrificing, or you worked for that company for 20 years. Now you're in this new company. It's like God damn. Like now you see now you see that you were investing your time somewhere where it wasn't worth it. And now you're going to invest your time in more realistic or projects or people or careers or jobs that are going to give the fruits to you, right? You're going to get the fruits. You're going to get your harvest. You're not talking to this person anymore at all. Any influence they had, any of that energy, they're not in your life anymore. With the Three of Wands, I do feel there's some disappointment. There's a little step-by-step energy. But I really feel like it's more of like, it's about time. And that's why I feel the universe kind of had to throw this and really show you this. For you to move in this new direction and to move forward. And with the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, there's you really looking forward, really happy about where you are. You're in the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles energy here in a month, Sag. That is very happy. That is very abundant. That's very prosperous. But most of all, prosperous, but this is happiness. Like you're happy. There you are. So you're just happy. So I know like right now with this person, there's those challenges, but hindsight's 20/20, and you're really going to realize why this happened, and you're going to be excited for it. What was the biggest lesson? Like when I see the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands, you're excited about where you're heading, right? You're excited. You've met someone new. You're excited about this new relationship. You got a new friend. They're the shit. They're hilarious. You guys have a blast. You're exactly the same. You love the same songs, same music, same artists, same movies. And if it's career, you're just really happy with where you're heading, right? You're happy about where you're going. I do want to tone in or hone in on the contract. What was this person teaching you? What was the biggest lesson that this person was teaching Sagittarius? What was the biggest lesson here? Oh, the Six of Pentacles. The Page of this, not to settle. It's not to settle. That's what this was teaching you. So there's like an element, let's say this was a job, you're comfortable, you're making 30 grand a year, you're paying your bills, you got your apartment, you're good. But you could be doing better. You are a professor of anthropology, and you could be making $150K a year. Why are you settling into that 30K job, baby? So this is an element of knowing exactly what you deserve, right? If this is a friend, you've been friends with them since grade 2, they've been your best friends, you were just showing loyalty to this person, but they're not even nice to you, they're selfish, they treat you like shit, they only call you when they need something, right? You've just been friends for so long, you're just friends. This is knowing that that's not right for you. So there's an element here where this is really teaching you not to settle and to know what you deserve and to believe that. I do feel there's an element of loyalty to this person that you were showing, and I'm not so sure they deserve that level of loyalty that you were demonstrating. So it's knowing that, Sag, and knowing what you do and do not deserve, and not letting your dreams, goals, aspirations, or not putting a glass ceiling on yourself and limiting your own potential out of loyalty to a person or a situation. That's what I got. That's what's up. That's what's going down. So Sag, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope you liked it and it resonated with you. And today, let's close your reading off with your yes or no question. Which is the answer for Sagittarius, Spirit Guides? Yes or no? Yeah! Or little Usher. Little Usher and Little John? Yeah! Alright, Sag. I truly wish you the best of luck. Until next time.